want to try to break these bricks with your kung fu? Cowards.
My name is Colin Frater, and I'm here to show you the taste of real combat.
Come on, then.
This is Master Yip Man. He's here to kick your ass.
The story begins with the grandmaster receiving terrible news from a doctor. He learns that he has a serious illness affecting his throat and head, and he must begin treatment immediately. Although the news is shocking, he quietly accepts it. Soon after, a man from America visits the martial arts school. He becomes excited after seeing the grandmaster's portrait and explains that he trained under Bruce Lee. However, a misunderstanding with the students leads to a fight. Before things get worse, the grandmaster appears and stops the conflict. The visitor immediately shows his respect and gives him an invitation to a martial arts tournament, a plane ticket, and Bruce Lee's training book. Although grateful, the grandmaster refuses the invitation because he has important responsibilities. At home, the grandmaster faces another problem. His son gets into a fight at school, causing the principal to suggest sending him overseas for education. Believing it may be the best choice, the father agrees. When he tells his son about the plan, the boy becomes angry. He says he does not want to leave home and blames his father for always being disappointed in him. Their argument becomes emotional, and the grandmaster loses control and hits his son. Realizing the situation has gone too far, his friend steps in and calms them down. The next day, the grandmaster travels to America to arrange his son's future. After arriving, he is taken to a Chinese community center to complete the required school documents. However, the local martial arts leaders refuse to help him unless he first deals with Bruce Lee. They are angry because Bruce teaches foreigners, writes books in English, and shares martial arts knowledge outside their community. The grandmaster tries to explain his view, but the meeting quickly turns into an argument and ends in a fight. The situation becomes chaotic, and he leaves without the documents he needs. Later, he tries calling his son back home, but the boy still refuses to speak with him. While searching for another solution, the grandmaster attends a martial arts demonstration hosted by Bruce Lee. Bruce is excited to see his former teacher and performs an impressive display of his famous fighting skills. After the event, Bruce promises to help him with the school paperwork and introduces him to a young military student who may be able to assist. Soon after, a group of rival karate fighters arrives and challenges Bruce Lee. A fight breaks out outside the building.
You!
The door won't fight back, but I will.
Go!
Bruce Lee quickly defeats their leader, proving the power of his martial arts. The next day, the grandmaster returns to continue the school paperwork. However, he learns that he still needs approval from the Chinese Association before his son can enroll. While dealing with this problem, he meets the chairman's daughter, who is facing trouble at school. A jealous student named Becky and her friends attack her because she was chosen for the school's cheerleading team. The group corners the girl and cuts her hair, but the situation becomes dangerous when they try to hurt her further. The grandmaster arrives just in time and protects her. Using his martial arts skills, he easily defeats the attackers. Grateful for his help, the girl offers to ask her father to approve the documents. When she returns home injured, her father becomes angry and blames her instead of comforting her. The grandmaster steps in and protects her, but the father argues that he does not understand the struggles of Chinese immigrants in America. Later, the chairman challenges the grandmaster to a fight, believing he is only using his daughter to get the paperwork. The two masters begin a powerful battle. But an earthquake suddenly interrupts them. Before leaving, the grandmaster explains that he helped the girl because it was the right thing to do, not because he wanted a favor. Meanwhile, Bruce Lee's military student faces problems at his base. His commander mocks traditional martial arts and orders him to abandon his wooden training equipment. The soldier refuses, so the commander forces him to fight a powerful martial artist. He loses the match, and his traditional training tool is destroyed. The defeat makes the soldier realize that traditional martial arts are being disrespected, but he refuses to give up. Later, the chairman's daughter brings the grandmaster the approval papers he needs. However, he quickly realizes the documents are fake and tears them up. Before leaving, she invites him to attend a cultural festival, and he agrees. At the military base, Bruce Lee's student demonstrates his martial arts skills to his commander. Impressed by his ability, the commander orders his men to study the fighting style and sends the soldier to observe the Chinese festival. The military sergeant becomes angry about this decision. Wanting to prove that his own fighting style is stronger, he contacts the rival fighter who lost earlier and encourages him to attack the festival. During the celebration, the grandmaster attends with Bruce's student. The rival fighter suddenly appears and insults the Chinese martial artists, challenging them to prove their strength. He defeats several fighters easily. But when he tries to attack a female fighter, the grandmaster steps in. The two masters begin a fierce battle in front of the crowd. Despite his opponent's power, the grandmaster defeats him, earning the respect of everyone watching. However, the celebration is interrupted when the community learns that the chairman has been arrested by a government official seeking revenge. The official uses a false investigation as an excuse to attack the Chinese Association. His men raid the building and arrest several people. Soon after, the military sergeant arrives and forces the captured members to reveal where the chairman is being held. He takes the chairman back to the military base and demands a fight. The soldiers gather to watch as the aging chairman faces the much stronger opponent. Although the chairman fights bravely, he cannot defeat the ruthless sergeant and suffers a brutal loss. After the chairman's defeat, the grandmaster takes the injured members of the Chinese Association to Bruce Lee's academy for treatment. The community leaders finally realize they were wrong about Bruce and apologize for rejecting him. Soon, they receive news about the chairman's condition. The grandmaster rushes to the hospital and makes another call back home. This time, his friend convinces his son to answer. The boy finally learns the truth about his father's illness. The grandmaster apologizes for hurting him and promises that when he returns, he will teach him everything he knows about martial arts. The boy begs his father to come home, but the grandmaster explains that he must finish his mission in America first. Knowing the military sergeant is responsible for the suffering of the community, the grandmaster decides to confront him. Despite his illness, he refuses to ignore the injustice. The next day, Bruce's student takes him to the military base. The sergeant is waiting and believes he can easily defeat the sick old master. The fight begins. The grandmaster struggles because of his condition, and he is knocked down several times. He refuses to surrender.
You see that? Come on! That's it.
Using his remaining strength, he fights back and defeats the sergeant with a powerful final strike. The soldiers watching are shocked, and they respect the grandmaster's courage. After the battle, the chairman gives the grandmaster the official documents he needs. With his mission complete, the grandmaster prepares to return home. Back in Hong Kong, his son asks him to demonstrate their martial arts. Keeping his promise, the grandmaster agrees and tells his son to record the moves because he will only show them once.